What's going on, Miami? How are you? I'll get my chat box up. All right, GoPro Miami, UPix Parts, and 14 others joined. What's up? Happy Sunday, Miami. How are you? Thanks for joining me. Davida, what's up, man? Hey, guys, quick question for you. What is it about downtown Miami? Do you guys like going to downtown? Is there any restaurant or bar that you would like to recommend for those listening to this podcast that you like to visit whenever you're in the area? You can also tell me what you like or dislike about the area. Downtown Miami is a very particular place. A lot of people are looking into that area. You know why? Because it seems as if it was forgotten about, and those are usually the places that have a great resurrection, right? Like just like Wynwood. Wynwood back in the day was just a bunch of abandoned joints, offices, museums, art, right? It was just like graffiti everywhere. And then some developer walked around and was like, hey, you know what? This looks like an amazing place to start a whole new culture. And then bam, it all exploded into being Wynwood. I think the same thing is happening in downtown. I mean, do you guys have any recommendations on what you're seeing? All right, I would recommend, I was walking over there the other day, New Wine, N-I-U, New Wine or New Kitchen. Beautiful restaurant, beautiful wine bar. You wouldn't think that a fancy wine bar would be in the middle of downtown Miami. Definitely recommend you guys go in there. I didn't drink any wine, but the ambiance was nice. It looks like the kind of place where you would go do work and get drunk at the same time, which is my kind of place on my drinking years. Brittany drew this. Welcome. Caesar. Always and Forever 03. Always and Forever? Nothing lasts forever. I think you might want to reconsider that username. Cap899, so on and so forth. Alipreneur. Koino Yokon. Welcome to the chat, guys. We're here talking about downtown Miami. Another thing I like about downtown Miami, right across the street, Biscayne Bay. Is it Biscayne Bay? No. Where is... There's a new restaurant called Cuban in Biscayne. What is the name of that? Bayside. Why doesn't it come? My mind is all over the place on a Sunday because I'm looking forward to a great night of comedy. All right. So anyways, I've got so much going on. I'm actually recording a video for YouTube as we're live streaming. So if you guys want to give anyone on YouTube a recommendation on what to do in downtown Miami, put it on the chat so that we can have it recorded forever on the webs. JB Comic, welcome. Chowdery, Sellers International, Jenny Abraham, Dacho Pup Hour Podcast. We got another podcast producer. Welcome. All right, so let's continue. Right across the street is Bayside, which is one of the coolest places in Miami, in my opinion, because it's outdoors. It's next to the water. It's a little touristy, but it's also got some local bars inside. You can also have some great eats there. I like places that have a combination of local and visitors coming together. Those are my favorite kind of places because you get to socialize with people that are in your neighborhood and people that are visiting. I love that. And one of the most important things about downtown Miami is that we have our show there. At least for me, this is important. The same owners of Red Bar and the same owners of Sweet Caroline, they opened the brand new bar in downtown. And every time we do a show there, I don't know why, but I guess it's probably the attraction of seeing a Miami-based bar. We got locals and tourists. It's like 50-50, and it becomes like this networking event for people to come together and watch a comedy show and have a drink. We had people from Missouri, Louisiana. We had people from New York. You know the New Yorkers are always here. Oh, boy. Shout out to all the New Yorkers coming to Miami pretending that you're a Miamian now. I mean, the only thing we have in common is the housing rates. Am I right, New York? That's when New York and Miami come together and shake hands. Yo, man, tell me about these housing rates. True that, man. Let me tell you, dead ass. Going, yo, these housing rates. Yo, dead ass, man. Hey, you know what? There's a sketch there. Let's do, this is a good idea. Oh, man, sketch idea. New York and Miami agrees and disagrees. Oh, this is an amazing one. All right, so what would New York and Miami agree and disagree on? So they would disagree as in Puerto Ricans or Cubans. What holds the better Latino title? Yo, let me tell you right now, son. Puerto Ricans, they know. All right, back in Brooklyn. Those are my peoples, man. Déjame decirte que los cubanos son número uno. We disagree. Bam. All right, what do you guys agree on? Yo, these housing rates are way too high. Coño, dead ass. And I'm going to do that sketch right there. All right, we got our first recommendation for downtown Miami. Casa Panza is pretty cool. Is that considered downtown? Let's find out. Casa Panza. Oh yeah, I've been here. Yeah, this place has a nice bar. No, I think this is Little Havana. Are you shouting out your own restaurant? Is this your restaurant, Davida? Tell me the truth. Oh, man. Hey, you know, I ain't mad at that. If you guys ever want to shout out anything, put it in the chat. At least it makes us interactive. Okay, if you guys want to shout something out. Okay, I'm going to write that sketch. Let's see how it turns out. And if you guys want to give me any feedback on it, on tomorrow's podcast, we'll do a whole episode, and we'll come up with some ideas on what New York and Miami agrees and disagrees on. All right, so let's go to TripAdvisor here. Let's share my screen. All right. So if you guys want to see the full version of this podcast, go to miamicomedy.com/group. And then I can't share my screen on Instagram. But if you guys go on the group, you guys can see the full version where you see my face and the screen we're looking at. So here's what TripAdvisor recommends for downtown Miami. Things to do. Downtown Miami. Let's see. Hotels. Oh, I guess since, TripAdvisor is so good at recommending those that are wealthy to come to Miami, be like, look, man, if you're going to get yourself an escort, these are the top 10 hotels while you're in downtown. All right, let's go to another site. This one wasn't that good. Let's go to this one. The best thing to do in downtown Miami for a killer time in the city core. Would you call it the city core? Number 1, Perez Art Museum. Hey, you know what? I actually do like the Perez Art Museum. I've been there. I love the stuff they feature. I also like the Frost Museum next to it, although I think the Frost Museum got some flack because the owners were up to something. They were up to something. So what is it? The best modern contemporary art museum in Miami. I think the only one. How many museums are there in Miami that are like this big? I think this is the only one. Miami needs more museums, big ones. You guys ever go to Chicago and seen the museums there? They're huge. They're like castles. The Chicago museums, whenever you go and see that, they're like, I can't describe how big they are. It's like you know when you play a video game and you go into a castle. It looks like that. Like I was standing, and it's not just one museum, it's multiple museums in Chicago. Miami, I would love to see that. I would love to see way bigger museums that hold different kinds of science or arts or whatever, just like Pam. Shout out to Pam for setting up this museum and making an example of what is possible in the city. The next thing to do in downtown Miami is the Freedom Tower. I don't know, man. The Freedom Tower, I've been there once for an event, but there wasn't really much to do. So it says, what is it? The most iconic landmark in downtown Miami. It's often referred to as the Ellis Island of the South. Wow. Really stretching it. Yeah, this whole tower, yeah, we're going to call it the Ellis Island. Yeah, we're going to compare this to a whole island. Thanks to the role it played in Cuban immigration. Not only is the historic building worth a look from the outside, it changes colors at night. True that. Every now and then. But inside, you'll find worthy exhibits of Cuban exiles in the Cuban diaspora. You know what else has a really good Cuban museum? In Coral Gables. I forget the name of it, but just look up Coral Gables Cuban Museum. I went there for 2 events, which was the Celia Cruz exhibition, as well as the Peter Pan. The Peter Pan, I forget, the rescue of Peter Pan when they rescued the kids from Cuba and they brought them to Miami. Great museum. Small, nonetheless, very informative. So shout out to that one. Also, another recommendation is called All Day, which is a restaurant / coffee shop. Okay. All right. Never been to this place. I want to check it out now. A new wave coffee shop whose downtown location sandwiched between Fuchs and the Corners, telling it serves beer, though it's not quite a bar. Wait a second. Is that area where the corner bar, is that considered downtown? If so, then you've got Club Space, then you've got Club 11, you got the corner bar, which is one of the great, I'm not sure if it's still 24 hours, that bar, but I love that bar. We used to do comedy shows there back in the day. Another one is Bayfront Park. All right. Some of the best, this one I got to shout out here. Some of the best shows, live shows that I've ever seen was in Bayfront Park. I absolutely love Bayfront Park when they have, because you know what's the great thing about Bayfront Park concerts? They bring in bands that you usually won't see in the city of Miami. I saw Smashing Pumpkins there, Marilyn Manson there. I saw Nas there. Nas with Hannibal Buress opening for Nas. That was awesome. That was actually a really cool. And then Lauryn Hill showed up and sang a couple of her songs. And also they duetted on If I Ruled the World. It was one of the coolest concerts I've ever been to. And the reason why in Bayfront Park, the reason why I love this place so much is since it's an open place and they have unique performances there, you can like experience the awesome Miami weather, especially at night when there's no like hot sun out. Totally recommend it. Mana, Contemporary Miami. Well, let's go to the chat here, see what you guys recommend. I recommend the Flak Jacket. Okay. Miami Children's Museum. I haven't been to that one. Well, if you've got kids, I guess that museum would be good. Vizcaya. Isn't Vizcaya in Coral Gables? That's not in downtown. I don't think so. Duran, what's up? Baby Cut. Oh, hey, what up, Baby Cut? Ethereal Flute. All right, up next. Let's keep going down the list here. Mana, Contemporary Miami. Have I been to this place? Mana. Have I been? Isn't Mana in Wynwood? Some of the Miami's brightest and cutting-edge creatives make their home in Mana Contemporary, a sprawling, super cool contemporary art center housed in an old retrofitted mall in downtown. Whoa, wait a second. I didn't know about this. There you go. We heard about this on the Miami. If you guys knew about Mana Contemporary Miami, put it on the chat. What is this? Why Go, the ragtag multidisciplinary complex, also known as 777 Mall. I've seen that building. The 777 Mall brings together the likes of local avant-garde filmmakers, Borscht Corporation, independent publisher, Dale Zine, and legendary drag queen, Queef Latinas. Queef Enterprises. Oh, man, this is a clean podcast, okay? Manny, read before you say. Sewing Studio, give them access to host a monthly open to the public cultural programming that makes Miami feel like a true emerging arts hub. Duran X, what's up? Insta Drew, Soy el Mejor, welcome. Alvaro, hey, what up? Davida says, if you live in Kendall, everything after the airport toll is downtown. Oh, by the way, I didn't mention why I'm going live early. I got to go to Guitar Center. I got to buy a mic stand, and then I got to go do the show in downtown. We're expecting a full house. I think we're sold out for tonight, by the way, which is great. But every time I sell out a show, I got to arrive early, and I got to make sure the seating is done, and I got to set everything up for the comics, like the audio, and if I'm recording the video. So much work I got to do tonight. I'm just stressing out thinking about it, but it's the good stress. It's the good stress. As I always say, it's a blessing to be busy. So can't complain. I'm just happy I'm going to go into that stress and get it done. For the art scene of Miami. For the comedians. And the people that love to laugh, of course. Soulful Boxing Fan, welcome. Miguelito Cache, welcome. Here talking about downtown Miami and what is there to do. So let's look this place up. Mana Contemporary Miami. Let's see. This is interesting to me. Oh, we are currently closed to the public. No wonder. I was like, I've never heard of this. Yeah, because of the COVID outbreak and following guidelines from our local governments. All right, that's a shame. But follow at Mana Contemporary. Shout out. This looks so cool, man. Meet the curator, Geraldine Neurith. Meet the curator, Maria de Los Angeles. Art fair. Oh, wait. Yeah, 12th through the 14th. Oh, so the last few programs they had was in mid-2021. Well, no, late 2021. All right, so I guess they're closed for now. I got to check this place out. Wow, the things you learn about your own city. I thought I knew it all. All right, let's check out Culture Trip on downtown Miami. The 8 best things to do in downtown Miami, according to Culture Trip, all right? Don't be objective, be subjective, all right? Some of these news outlets and blogs, they gotta point out at the fact that these are just opinions. The best things to do in downtown Miami, according to our opinion. Or in our opinion, here are the best things to do in downtown Miami. Stargaze at the Frost Museum. I didn't even know the Frost Museum was open at night. A 250,000 square foot property that cost $305 million, $305 to build. The Frost Museum is one of the world's most ambitious science spaces. Shout out, Miami. The campus Miami is split into 4 buildings: the aquarium, Frost Planetarium, the north and the west wings. Damn Shauna says, me too. I stayed there. Got damn cost of living. What do you mean, damn Shauna? Refresh on what you're touching on. All right. Shop, dine, and party at the Bayside. I like the Bayside. Paddleboard in Virginia Key. I've never gone paddleboarding. It seems like something you could easily lose your balance to. Amid the high rises and gridlocked roads, downtown can often feel miles away from nature. But head out to Virginia Key, a mangrove-lined, crystal-clear bay teeming with wildlife. With wildlife, I don't want to go paddleboarding and get my toe bitten by a turtle. You know? And you find an eco-adventure paradise. Yeah, I don't get fooled by Pixar movies, okay? I don't think all animals are cute. If I ever see a sea turtle swimming next to me at the beach, man, I'm swimming away from that thing, all right? I'm not going to get next to it and try to take photos. Oh, my God, look. I'll be like, get that thing away from me, bro. I don't know what those things do in the wild. I've seen them on Disney, but those are cartoons. Get this thing away from me. You can hire these from the Virginia Key Outdoor Center, which also offers guided paddleboard yoga classes. You get to do yoga on paddleboards? I'll try it out. You know, why not? November to mid-April, go for a nighttime paddle to see an underwater firework display put on by resident bioluminescent plankton. What? Dude, that's so cool. All right, I'm doing this for sure. I am paddleboarding to Virginia Key. I'm going to avoid the wildlife, and I'm going to see the bioluminescent plankton. That's so awesome. All right, we got a good one here, guys. Next up is windsurf. Windsurf past the city. There's no way I'm windsurfing. Hell no. Hell no. That's one of the things I will never do. Have you seen how these windsurfers do it? According to what I've seen, all right, I'm no expert. When you go windsurfing, you go out into like the water with this kite. You're holding onto a kite, and then the wind blows, and then you just like lift yourself up, and then you land in the water. Hell no. That's what the sharks want. I'm not going to land in front of a shark because I'm edgy. There's no way I'll ever go windsurfing. Windier, wilder, and smaller than most other Miami beaches, Hobie Beach doesn't attract the usual sunseeker crowd. Instead, this is where the city's windsurfing veterans come to practice their not veterans, survivors. This is where the windsurfing survivors come to practice their sliders and to roll the dice once again and double loops to a crowd of dog walking locals. All right, I could walk a dog there, sure. But it's not just a space for pros. A much-loved windsurfing shop has been offering beginner classes. We're here for over 20 years. All right, so for those listening to the podcast, if you ever want to try, if you want to roll the dice and try your luck in windsurfing, all right? If you want to end up in a video of someone being rescued by a fishing boat miles away from where you're supposed to be, come on, man. Hobie is amazing. Best beach in Miami. All right, good recommendations. 2 things I learned today. Go paddle boarding in Virginia Beach and go visit Hobie Beach. Not to windsurf, but to pet the dogs that are walking by. Get a jet ski and do a drive-by. Bro, I would love to try a jet ski. I've yet to try it. You know, I've tried motorcycle in Miami. Not a good idea, by the way. Very hot. Very dangerous. All the riders, all the drivers of the commune of Miami, they don't care that you're in a motorcycle. They'll, you know. So I quit that. But jet skiing could be an alternative for me to feel that adrenaline that I used to get when I ride motorcycle. So good recommendation there, Davida. I'll try it out. Learn to fly at Bayfront Park. When you think of a park, a scattering of trees, a grassy patch dotted with benches, and maybe some swings come to mind. But when downtown Miami built its first multi-purpose park overlooking the turquoise water, get to it! Untitled Vision Mind. Far from your typical urban green space, Bayfront Park is, where do you fly? Bayfront Park also has daily schedule of outdoor activities. Flying trapeze classes? Really? You get to learn flying trapeze there? Safely attached to a harness, you'll swing, fly, and somersault through the air, finishing off the grand finale. Swinging off. Yo, shout out to Culture Trip for making sure that you guys do the most insane things in Miami, where it's like, look, a lot of people come to Miami to try the drugs, but if you want to get a high without having to live the life of addiction, go fly on a trapeze. Go fly on windsurfing. It's a good alternative. It's a good alternative, but is it a safe? Would you rather do blow and get addicted, or would you rather land, after flying, quote unquote? Catch a Miami Heat game, of course. I've never been to a Miami Heat game. That's another thing I should do. Man, you know what I've realized doing this podcast, man? I've yet to act like a tourist in this city. I thought I did, right? When I visit the museums, when I go to the Everglades and get on an airboat. Turns out I'm not a real Miamian until... No one is a real Miamian until you act... Well, no one's a real local in general in their city unless you act like a tourist. Okay, you got to see where that identity comes from in your city. You got to know where it comes from, okay? Sometimes you got to go support a team, the local team, even though you know nothing about them. Is LeBron James still in the Miami Heat? I don't know. Are the big 3 still in the Miami Heat? Is that still a thing? Watch a show at a 1920 Movies place in downtown. You know what? I saw somewhere online that there's a drive-in movie theater in downtown Miami. Let me see, drive-in movie theater. Downtown Miami. Yep, there is. So Night Owl Drive-In. All right, so here's a good one. I got to try this one too. So Night Owl Drive-In plus Tropical Market. Oh, and it's a market? That's awesome. So go check out Night Owl Drive-In Tropical Market on 1400 Northeast 1st Ave. This looks like fun. Family-friendly, video quality, no wait time or lines. Yeah, that looks like fun. You know, BYOB, you bring your own liquor out, you pull up in downtown, you start watching, a movie or something, and then, little by little, the crackheads just start showing up from the floor and fountain and be like, yo, give me $1. I don't have any change, but I got some popcorn. Would you like some, sir? Sorry. All right. Shout out downtown Miami. Those are some of the things you can do in the area. And the reason why I ask is because I'm here recording a YouTube video to let the people know what to do in the area. Apart from the comedy show that we've got going on at Tipsy Flamingo. All right, guys? Tipsy Flamingo Cocktail Bar every Sunday at 8 o'clock. We got a comedy show happening. And tonight, I believe, is sold out. So if you guys still want to go see the show, you can. But it'll be standing room only. I warn you in advance. Standing room only. All the seats are taken. All right, I got to head on out. David says, Lighthouse Grill. It's in Billbag State Park at the end of Biscayne. Let me look this up, man. See, I like this. I like this kind of info. Lighthouse Grill. Miami. Lighthouse Cafe, Beachside, and Eatery in Key Biscayne. All right. Yeah, this looks nice, man. I will check this out. Thank you for the recommendation there, Davida. Appreciate it. Robbie Roberts, welcome. Ivy Baya. Purposeful Woman. Kira Brush. Jerry Logue. Kim. If you're really adventurous, you can camp overnight in the park. Get ready to chill with the raccoons. I'm good. I'm not camping in Miami. That's ridiculous. Why would you go camping in Miami? In the Everglades, maybe. Isn't there campsites in the Everglades? You know, that the Everglades is like outdoorsy. Miami is not outdoorsy. Look around. Like, you can't camp where there's a building right there. Look at the high-rises in the distance. If you camp anywhere in Miami, you're going to look to the sides, and there's going to be some homeless people there with you. Hey, let's start a fire. Yeah, no way. I do like camping. I have camped, but not in Miami, bro. All right, everybody. That is it for the Miami Comedy Podcast. Thank you very much for another great episode with the locals of Miami that love to laugh. Tonight, Tipsy. Tomorrow, Thank You Miami and Red Bar. Tuesday, Dom's Brickle. And then Friday, we're back at Thank You Miami. Oh, wait, this Thursday, the 20th, January 20th, we are back with a monthly show at Tripping Animals Brewery in Doral. All right. Davida says, go to the park. You'll see what I mean. All right. I'll check it out. All right, guys. That is it. Support the podcast, MiamiComedy.com/podcast. I'll see you guys on the next episode. Have a great